I think we have at least one or two representatives of the fire department here to have discussion on what they're thinking about as far as the Christmas parade and how they're going to proceed with that. Gary, are you here for that? Or?
Yeah, I'm here, Chuck.
All right, come on into the door if you don't mind.
What would you like to know?
Tell us what your plans are.
As of now, we're monitoring what's going on with the health department and the COVID situation. We had a meeting Tuesday night for our meeting, and as of right now, we would still like to do it, but we've got, I think, what do we say, Chris, the 30th?
We bumped it to the 27th.
Or the 27th. We're going to make a final decision on the 27th, but
That's Thanksgiving.
it's somewhere around through there, Friday.
Oh, that's,
Yeah.
okay, that's right.
And
Just so you know, I don't know if you're aware or not, Clifton Forge Main Street canceled theirs.
yeah, we were made aware of that
And
today.
they canceled their tree lighting. So.
We're holding out for all hopes that it doesn't get any worse. We really want to hold the parade, but at the same time, we don't want to put anybody in jeopardy. It is a volunteer thing. You know, if people want to come out, we can't tell them they can't come out. We're not going to tell them they have to come out. We've took all precautions and guidelines to, after the parade, you know, we're not throwing any candy out during the parade anymore this year. We're not doing an awards ceremony afterwards. We're not having the hot chocolate and the donuts. There's no meeting at the firehouse afterwards. So we've eliminated everything with the exception of actually having the parade and everyone driving through, and as you get to the end of the street, you just drive on out.
So, and I'm just asking questions.
Yep.
Based on the letter I had from the health department and the governor's order, y'all are still comfortable at this point having the parade?
With issuing a warning to everyone that, you know, it's at your own risk. It's a volunteer thing. We encourage you to wear face masks, limit your, you know, if you're going to come, if we do have the parade, you're going to come to the parade, limit it to your immediate family areas that you're with. Try to social distance as much as possible. We are fortunate enough, we do have some space down here that, you know, some people can, certain spots they can pull up in their car and just sit in their car. But we will make a final decision by the 27th and go from there.
Okay.
We like I said, we would really like to continue to have the parade, but as things get worse, we are looking at the possibility of unforeseen.
And I should have said this when you started. I appreciate you being here tonight.
That's no problem.
I do appreciate
You having us.
And you're always welcome. You can come every month. So, we need citizen participation. So, any questions for Gary about the parade?
Have you already got people signed up?
That I am not aware of. Chief Dudley's handling that along with Wendy.
I know I have not had anyone sign up.
Okay, and I'm not been made aware if he's got anyone yet or not.
Okay.
What's the date again? The 12th?
27th.
Well, the 12th, the parade goes on.
Yeah, the parade is on the 12th.
12th.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Question, Chuck.
Yeah.
I mean, I just want to throw this out there.
I can't hear him.
What if there is, if council takes a different stand than what the fire department takes? That's my question. If we're going to bump this to the 27th, then they're going to make a decision. Again, I'm not in this per se, but what if you wait till the 27th? Are you guys going to have another meeting to give another final okay? Because I'm kind of gathering, just to clarify this, what if council says no, but the fire department says yes? We're meeting on the 20th, they're meeting on the 27th, which is a week, next week.
Right.
Y'all won't have another meeting before that.
Actually, I think that's a question that our attorney's going to have to answer because I
I just
can't answer
wondered.
that.
Well, actually, we were coming down with anticipations that we were coming to answer questions for you, and that the council was going to reevaluate tonight whether or not that you still wanted to stand behind us with the parade, or how your feelings were, and then that way we can take it back to our meeting and go from there, from that point also. Well, I mean, we want to have it, but we do not want to go against the town either.
And I understand that, and to be perfectly honest with you, I think I can speak for everybody on this council, and the council doesn't want to go against the fire department. We've got a good group of people. We appreciate everything you do for us. Night and day you're there whenever we need you. And we don't want to go against the fire department. I don't have a vote. I don't think they want to go against the fire department. So we just need to talk about this a little bit more tonight. They can make their decision. Y'all can make your decision, and then we'll go from there. So, Jarrett, what is the explanation that Chris asked if council votes one way and the fire department decides another way?
Well, tonight I think you can take two positions. It's either no, we're not shutting down the streets to allow it, or we're going to follow the fire department's lead, and if they choose to have it, then the town will go ahead and close the streets.
Okay. So basically, whatever council's wishes would be fine then.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. We'll know here in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Chuck.
We've heard representatives from the Iron Gate Fire Department tonight. The overall desire from everybody involved, I think, would be to be able to have a Christmas parade. Fire department's plans at this point are to monitor the situation. Gary, correct me if I misrepresent this now, okay?
Okay.
To monitor the situation, come back together with their group on November the 27th to make a final decision as to whether they're going to hold the parade or not. And I think you said you're going to base that information or that decision on the information available at that time, right?
That is correct.
So the question is, does council want to support that decision? Does council want to enter a decision that council is not in support of holding the Christmas parade? What's your position on this, and how do you want to move forward?
I hate to be the Scrooge to say anything, but with the way things are, we don't know what next week's going to bring. We don't know what the middle of December is going to bring. This year, I really enjoy the parade. This is the only parade that I ever come to, and I really enjoy it. But I think for all concerned, it just needs to be canceled for this year and not have it. That would keep the employees from the fire department safe. That would keep any local residents safe, and anyone else that would come down here to observe the parade. And I'm sorry.
You have a motion?
Yes.
Can you say that?
Motion. I would like to make a motion that the 2020 Iron Gate Christmas Parade be canceled this year due to the COVID restrictions by the governor as well as the health department for the safety and concern of all parties involved.
Jared, are you still with us?
Yes, I'm still here.
Is that an appropriate motion that council is going to take an action that says that the parade is canceled? Or should the motion say, and I don't know, I don't know which way to go here, that council is not supporting the parade this year?
Yes, council's not supporting the parade and will not be closing any streets. I think is the real sort of meat from the town's perspective is not closing the streets for the parade effectively ends the parade.
So, did you hear what he said, Kawana? So, do you want
Okay, I make a motion that the town does not close the streets to enable the 2020 Iron Gate Christmas Parade to happen for this year, therefore canceling it.
Okay, motion's been made, and everybody's gonna have a chance to talk here in just a minute, so just bear with me. Motion is on the floor. Did you get that recorded, Wendy?
Yes, sir.
Can you read that?
The motion was on the floor that to not support the 2020 Christmas parade due to the restrictions and the safety of the citizens.
Is that your motion?
That'll work, yes.
Okay. You've heard the motion. Motion's been reread. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion's been seconded by Councilperson Nicely. I'm gonna call for questions and comments in just a second. I know that everybody's emotions are running really, really high about the Christmas parade because that is our one crowning jewel in this town every year. And that happens in all 100% because of the efforts of the Iron Gate Volunteer Fire Department. They sponsored the parade, I believe it's been the last 18 years. Is that
At
right?
least.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when it started back, and it was before then, and I think there was a break. So, whichever way this vote goes, I want to emphasize, I think that I'm emphasizing correctly, that this is in no way would be the council taking a direct action against the fire department. That I don't think that is the intent with this. So having said that, I'm going to open the floor for discussion, comments, and questions before I call for the vote.
I would just like to say that it's a very hard decision because it is 18 years, and the last 18 years I've come down here to watch this, and I haven't lived here. So to not see the parade happen it's saddening for this time of the year, but we have to kind of take the emotion part, I think, out of it to look at the numbers, the cases that are rising, and just be more concerned about everybody's safety and health. So it is really horrible that we have to do that, and I hope the fire department doesn't take any offense to what we're saying because it does not directly affect you guys at all. Because we do really appreciate everything you do for us. Hope y'all realize that.
Any other comments or questions? Richard, did you want to say something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you take your time. I'm sorry. Take your time.
As much as I love the parade, I can't participate under my circumstances. There's no way that that I can get in any kind of a crowd with my health situation. Okay.
Jimmy, you got anything you want to say?
I'm in the same boat.
Yeah. Gary, I'm going to give you a chance before you go.
And I ain't started yet, that's coming. I just don't know when yet.
Well, with me, I mean, like I say, I don't come and watch a parade. I hadn't seen one, God knows when.
17 years.
And longer than that.
Now, you judged the first one we had, remember?
Was that it? Okay, 17 years. But to me, I can't place myself saying, no, you can't come. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna say no to anybody who wants to come down here. And I don't wanna say no, not like these idiot governors around here and mayors that shuts everything down.
Well, let's just maintain our comments to the Christmas parade.
But, well, it goes right along the same thing. I'm not gonna say, no, you can't do it. That's my right. If I wanna walk right out in the middle of that pandemic, I'm gonna walk out in the middle of it. And I don't wanna be the one to say that, well, I was one of them that said, no, they couldn't have it. If they want to do it the best they can, the safest way, I'm in favor of it. But this stuff is ridiculous.
Gary or Chris, do y'all want to address council again?
I'd just like to say that I understand everybody's fears, and with the motion that was made, you're right, we don't know what tomorrow holds. We don't know what's going to happen in the next hour. As I said, we'll stand behind whatever the council's decision is. Is it something that we'll like if it's canceled? Probably not. Is it something that we can live with? Yeah. So we have a great working relationship, and it may be disheartening and heartbroken to a lot that want to have it, but we will stand behind whatever council decides. And like I said, we're going to have our meeting on the 27th. If y'all vote to support us, and we'll have the meeting then, and we may even cancel it ourselves then. So all we're doing is trying to find out if council's going to support us or stands with. I know you want the parade. There's no question about wanting the parade. Is if council's going to stand behind us and support us if we do have one, following CDC guidelines, social distancing, and taking the best precautions we can. And again, it is a voluntary parade. It isn't someone forcing your hand to say, come, you have to be here, you have to stand here. Everyone in our fire department is volunteers. We understand the risks that we take, and we take those risks daily when those times drop. So we wear our mask, we wear our PPE, we follow the guidelines that have been set forth, and we do the best we can. So, but I appreciate you, and I will respect your decision.
Any further questions for Gary? I should call you Mr. Craig, I'm sorry.
It's okay. SpongeBob, Gary, Mr. Gray.
SpongeBob, I've heard that one.
Just don't call me late for dinner.
Okay, Chris, do you have anything to say?
Not really, but there's no hard feelings on my end. I love each and every one of you. I've sat in this room as a councilman person, and it's not easy. We don't have it. We'll come back bigger and better next year. I say err on the side of safety. We're kind of, if you vote no, you're following suit with what we originally said when the other localities. I didn't know Main Street had canceled theirs in Clifton today, but hey, we don't have it. We'll come back bigger and better next year, and hey, it's just the way it is. So thank y'all for what you do. God bless you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Any other questions or comments before I call for the vote? I'm gonna call for the vote. A yes vote is in support of the motion to not offer council support imposing the streets authorization for the Iron Volunteer Fire Department to have the 2020 annual Christmas parade. A no vote would be against that motion and in support of the parade as planned, with the understanding that the fire department will make their final decision based on the COVID information as of November the 27th of this year, which is actually 3 days earlier than they had originally planned on doing that. So, Mr. Erskine.
I'm abstaining from voting.
Abstain. As nicely.
Just so I'm clear, yes is in favor
Of
and
the motion and those against the motion.
yes.
Ms. Persinger,
Yes.
Mr. Mays,
Yes.
Mr. Unruh,
No.
and you abstained. It's a 3-to-1 vote. Council has decided not to support the parade this year.